And as Buddy Carafano says, showtime.
Showtime.
Showtime. Oh, we're huge.
Ow, 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 ow.
Kim's got some tangle in her hair. She's
Buddy
trying to.
Carafano says.
Uh-oh.
You got to turn it
I got
off.
noise here I don't want.
Oh, well.
Sorry about that.
We're not really ready. Ow,
Oh,
ow.
I forgot that noisemaker from last week. And I've got a bunch of emails. I've got some from, well, JB always sends us the ones of the old dealerships and the car carriers and all that. So that's one of JB's right behind us. 1970 Chevrolet dealer.
If I cut
Pretty
my
cool.
hair, that's all anybody would complain about for a month.
Yeah, don't cut it. Just
Look at all the knots that my hair's in. Ugh.
tangles. Well, you know what men say. The tangles is what keeps it in, because they
That
start
gives
going,
people something.
they start going bald, so they don't want to comb it because the tangles keep it in.
Oh my goodness, the amount of hair that falls out every time I brush these tangles, it's pretty bad. All right. I'm going to give out some points. Oh, yeah, I'm going to give out points, then I'll even do my introduction. Buddy Carfano is first. He gets 4 points. Mexican Spec, Dean Stevenson, Hippie Long, y'all get 3 points. Granddad's Junks will also get, and Colleen will get 3 points as well.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because they're here.
What about Dougster?
Where's Dougster? Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
he came up blue. I mixed him in with
always
Mexican.
comes up blue.
You also get
you mixed him up with
Dougster.
Mexican Spec. They're nothing like.
We'll say Lester LeSabre. You're last. You're at 702, but I'll still give you 3. Mark Sauvé. You only get 1. Mopo Driver. You only get 1.
Mark Sauvé was here earlier too. I think.
Oh, he was.
I think.
All right, you all get 2.
Oh, jeez. The Mopo Driver.
I am Kim of Kim Fixes Things. You can check out my channel also on YouTube, but mostly what I do here is at the Del Campo place. So most of my stuff is here as well. I am here with the host and namesake of your channel, Buff Del Campo, and I will be operating the screens and the keyboards and all the fancy stuff for you tonight for your visual cronium. That's not right. Anyways, entertainment. We're going to entertain you as best we can for the next couple of hours. It seems like we go a couple of hours.
Mark Sauvé says, I was second. And right there he says, I was second. There's a big number 1 in the crown. So.
Second.
Okay.
Oh, Dougster Potato. Dougster, I have your potato. Look, it's starting to get eyes.
Yeah, we need to plant it. We need to plant it.
Potato eyes. They're watching you. Watching your... Oh, wait, we'll get demonetized. All right.
For singing something.
Thank you for everyone for being here, being on time. For the start of the program, we're going to be talking about... Are we going to talk about 1970?
Yeah, that's a while ago, isn't it? You don't remember 1970.
No, but the 70s are iconic. Okay, so...
Well, you were from the 70s. You just missed 1970.
We just did 1974 2 weeks ago. So the 70s are just... People like the 70s. And so I was thinking about it, right? I even wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. But are there any bad cars from 1970? Can anyone even think of a car? And don't just blurt it out. If you can send us an image of a car that if it were brand new right now, but it was the exact model from 1970 that you wouldn't want. You wouldn't pay, a fair price for, because they were all good, especially compared to the offerings that the manufacturers have now. So if you could think of one, let us know.
What do they have now? Are they still making cars?
Cyber trucks or some garbage.
Yeah, I think they still make Mustangs. I don't know what cars they make. They're all SUVs and
Dean's
big trucks.
thinking of a car. So I guess there are some cars. If you are... Tanner's here. Welcome in. If you are unfamiliar with the format, on Tuesday nights we are in our at-home studio.
Did you read what Vintage said?
No. I just got a Google Chrome ad. Oh, you get 2 points. Tell us about the people who are sponsoring our channel, and we will award you 2 points. Even if I don't see it and call it out, just the fact that you have typed it in to share with the chat, award yourself 2 points each ad break. I'm sorry, we do run the ads because it helps to advance the channel, potentially grow the community. You know, we want people to be included because it's more fun to do things together, we think, we hope. You know, we want more good people in the community, and whatever we can do to appease the YouTube algorithm to keep, you know, maybe them, because right now, honestly, we are sort of an insular community.
Oh, you mean because he invented the internet? You mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Since the invention of the internet. Yeah. We are, although we are worldwide, and you know that, but there are, we only get maybe 1 or 2 new people at a time, and like we want to do our best to get us out there, and so we have to play ball with all these systems. And you can't expect YouTube to just give us free bits. And right now we are streaming at 7,000 bits per second to their ingestion servers, and then they have to send it to you, and somebody's got to pay for all those bits. It ain't me. I ain't got money for all them bits. So we have advertisers. They do that. And but on Tuesday,
sorry, I'm picking up my computer.
No, please do. While I'm doing my blah, 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 blah,
stuff,
blah, that I do every week. If you're watching this on replay, you can skip another 5 minutes, but I'll be as quick as I can. Yeah, since it is Tuesday night, you have my full attention. The studio is my job. On Tuesday night, I am the studio engineer. I have designed the studio with scraps of zombie dead computers.
Oh, but it works so well. We have the best live stream apparatus that I know. Most people are using a phone or like one camera and a phone or something, and we've got all this. I mean, this is just beautiful.
We got a nice big screen with the chat,
and we can do a lot. Somebody just said, any Russian car. We talked about bad cars. Who was it? Hippie Long said, any Russian car. So I want to show you 1970 Volga, which is a car that was more for the elite. Like the average Russian could never buy this, but somebody that was. You gotta shrink this down. Boom. Okay, imagine what our cars here in the U.S. and in Australia and New Zealand and the U.K. and Western Europe looked like in 1970, and this had a little 4-cylinder engine in it, and that was their top of the line best thing you could buy. Can you imagine that? It's like,
you know what though? Would you really not want that car?
That's the best they had.
Okay, but it's pretty sweet looking. Like, it's all right.
I don't know.
It doesn't look like a car from the 70s.
I've been right. It's like not up to date.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, although it's not. I mean,
someone asked.
Now I wouldn't mind driving it.
Mark Sauvé asks what we use as a green screen. This wall, this entire wall behind us, has a piece of. I went to the fabric store and bought craft felt, but I bought a big piece of it. So it's green craft felt. It's not even like the really. It's very green. Don't get me wrong, but it's not exactly green screen. But you can adjust the chroma settings to make that work. And I mean, it does pretty good. Like you could see, it's a little bit pixelated in my hair, but I mean. But yeah, we use the whole wall because we found that when we use other kinds of, there's software that you don't need a green screen. It doesn't look as nice. It's a little bit.
The downside of the green screen is if I wear a green shirt, it just looks like my head's floating around
because it doesn't. It
doesn't show the green. Yeah. And if I'm drinking something
I've got a car title here. Oh well, that's not green enough.
It's not green enough. Yeah, don't show everybody the car title,
Nobody cares.
addresses and everything all over.
That's
But
not under my name.
but if I have a drink that's like Mountain Dew, you just see right through it. It doesn't. It looks like it's not there. So you just got to be careful and not wear green stuff. If it's back,
We're
wonder
in
if
the
you
green
can
room.
get Russian car with
Via
via
Cuba.
Cuba. You know, um, yeah, we never gonna know what happens with Cuba. One day that whole thing may open up. Who knows? It's a big political mess. But when it does, all those cars are gonna be. There's people that are gonna want them, but some of them are. You know, people don't have much, and they've managed to keep them running by making parts and doing whatever they can, putting Russian tractor engine in a '59 Chevy or something. And you see stuff like that on YouTube sometimes. But those cars might be really worth something someday. Hard to say. But right now, they're
Part of your hat looks transparent. Yeah.
oh, it does because there's green on. That came from Algodones, Los Algodones, which is a small town on the right on the Mexican side of Southern California. It's in Baja California. It's a place I used to go, and there's a little green on it. So yeah, you can see the cars when I go like this, or you can see the tires or bushes or whatever it is through my hat.
All right, all
Yep.
right. Enough fun with green
Not
screen.
not fun with that, huh?
Um, so on Tuesday night, I never got to finish my introduction.
Oh,
On
I'm
Tuesday
sorry.
night, that's okay. Let me get it out of the way, and then we can get on with the fun. We are in the studio, so you have my full attention on the studio so that we can show some pictures. He's got his own computer over there, and that's what I'm showing here is that this is a picture that he has on his second screen. He's got two screens, I've got three
I can take
screens.
I can take stuff
Okay.
on my screen and just push it over there, and it goes up behind
So
us.
he can
Yep.
show pictures that you email to him at buffdelcampo@gmail.com so we can share pictures. I love these ones of old dealer pictures and car haulers and stuff like that. Historical pictures, they make me smile. Um, and yes, we could show your pictures, we could see your emails, we can read your comments, and we aren't burdened by some task that I feel necessary to complete. And it's warmer. It is more comfortable here than it, especially as the winter months drag on. It's much more temperate here in the studio, so we're a little more relaxed and not so bundled up. I try to put in my contacts and put on some makeup because I don't have to worry about safety goggles so much. And
Safety goggles.
yeah,
Nothing in
it's a
here
special
falls down.
night.
Nothing falls flying across the room. Nothing drops. No dust in the air. Yeah.
Not so much. And we have
But in the shop,
all the lighting, which is so, yeah, it would be really difficult to do the green screen because you need really good, even lighting and such for all the. Anyways,
vintage.
it's a mess.
I just got an ad for the Chickasaw Nation Credit Union. I
Credit
didn't
union
know
now.
that existed,
Well,
but
that's
I guess the
awfully
natives
nice of the
started that.
Chickasaws
You
to
told
support our
me
stream.
he told me where he lived, which is kind of I don't remember the name of the city right now. So I looked at where that is, and there's like of course Oklahoma, a lot of Indian reservations there, and that's looks like an interesting area of the world. And so I see why he got that. Uh, Something else I want to say here. Where is it now? It's scrolled by. Granddad's junk. I'm going to bring up one picture because I thought it was really cool. It's not 1970. It's 40 years before that. But why didn't it come up?
Braden got a new bong.
Oh, wonderful.
Braden, we're not going to talk about bongs.
You got to be
But
kidding
if you
me.
want to see it, I'll bet it will be
go-
on one of Braden's streams in the near future.
Braden will have a stream.
He's been doing a push. He's been doing more streams. If you're into that, check out Braden's stuff.
This is Granddad's junk, 1930 Plymouth, that he's almost got it running. And I wanted to bring that picture up because I saw him in here right now, and it just I thought it was a pretty cool picture.
That's a
Not
beautiful car.
1970, but like I always say, we show your cars, and this is a good car.
It's amazing that someone has taken care
Look
of
at
that
that.
car for all
Look at
those
that thing.
decades.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
And what license plate is that? That's a license plate like I've never seen before. Maybe it's from 1930.
I don't know. Did you watch some of Dougster's stream last night?
I did. but I bailed because somebody called me.
Oh, that's right. You
I
got a
had
phone
a
call.
important call, and now it was so important I can't remember what it was. Somebody
Dougster's
called.
Wolverine Garage streams on Monday nights. Make sure you guys check him
Who
out.
was it called
If you're
me?
not subscribed, well, you ought to be. What are you doing? Vintage Adventure Drives. Our friend Tanner is new in the community just this year with his. He's got some great projects, and he makes fun cat videos with cars in them.
I watched him. I watched one of his videos, and he's driving, and he's going. I don't know. I think it was in his '71 Plymouth. I think that's what he's driving. And he's going along, and he goes, "Yeah, and this road is where I go 85 in the ambulance because that's as fast as the ambulance will go." And I think he said 85.
Don't get him in
That's,
trouble.
no, I mean that's probably okay in the ambulance because you got somebody in the back that needs some transportation in a hurry. That's pretty cool, you know. So it's a nice straight road.
Obviously, as well, Mexican Spec. I mean, is there anybody who isn't subscribed to Mexican Spec? What are you thinking? Make sure that you're checking out Mexican Specs. He's always got cool Mexican Spec car pictures, and if you're looking to buy a really fancy special car, uh, you want to talk to him as well. His granddad's
Oh,
junk
he says it's a
got
Model
car
U,
videos.
a 1930 Plymouth Model U. And see, I didn't know they had Plymouths.
What's a Model U?
I don't know something that we just saw the picture of it. That's a Model U.
Oh wow!
I could
Now
bring
I
it
gotta
back up.
learn stuff.
Yeah, because see, they use all these letters down under. They have like I don't know what they all are. X XBs and XCs and XDs and DXs, all this stuff. So I don't know. Um, like the Falcons from down under really get me lost. Like 1970 Falcon, I think it was Dean Stevenson was saying a few minutes ago they had uh, what the Cleveland in the 70 Falcon. Well, the 70 Falcon down under was a whole different car than up here. It's a pretty nice car, you know.
Mark Sauve's neighbor had a 1920 Model A, but never got to enjoy it. After a 2-year business trip, he was in a wheelchair. I'm sorry to hear that, Mark Sauve. Um,
Can I bring up something? It's like something personal that I did that I shouldn't have done, and I want to say something about it.
did you do something?
I lost my temper last week on a live, and I pulled the live down because it came off really badly, and I want to apologize for that. But under a lot of stress. Somebody said here, who was it? Just said that, yeah, he came back in a wheelchair. I'm under a lot of stress right now. Good friend of mine is at a bus stop. I'll try to make it short. At a bus stop, somebody grabbed his bag. He tried to grab it back. It's two guys, and one of them stabbed him. So he lost his bag. Some people there got him into a clinic. It was real close, and they sewed him up. And he was real thankful that he lived through it. But then, a week or so later, he had a big old infection set in. They had to go in, surgery, and do something more. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what they do to get rid of infection in somebody's midsection from something like that. Well, he got him through that, but then he got a blood clot that went to his brain. So they had to go in and do brain surgery. And he didn't come out of the anesthetic for 4 days. He didn't come out of the anesthetic. And I was really worried. I thought he was going to die. He's a young guy. He's 31 years old. And he's got a good friend, lives near where he does. He's got him in his house now. And he's sitting there. And he's awake. His friends feed him some oatmeal because the doctor's told him to feed him oatmeal. And his really good friend, best friend since childhood, said, I think he knows who I am. So he's gone from having the best job he ever had a month ago, just loves his work, everything is really coming together for him, to some criminals ruined his life. And I'm under a lot of stress because of that. So that would, it says, if I got stabbed, I would not want to eat oatmeal. Well, the stabbing was almost a month ago. The bad thing was the surgery on his brain where they had to take a blood clot out, and that's what's got him. just sitting there. He wakes up. He got bit by a dog several years ago, real bad bite, and his friend was saying, well, he's crying when he sees that there's a dog bark, and he was crying. I said, yeah, because he had a bad dog bite. That's probably so he remembers that, I guess. But I don't know. That's one of the things that really got to me. And then somebody said something. I lost my temper. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mark Silver.
So anyway,
Yes, all we can do right now is send prayers. So
his name is Mark.
thank you for your thoughts. And
Mark's having a hard time.
sometimes it helps to tell
And
a friend what's going on.
so
He's been keeping it in. He doesn't like to.
I shared it with Kim last night because I just kept it to myself. But anyway,
Sorry, Stray Bullet. Kiwi gets busy. He has a big audience.
On to other things.
We're back talking about cars.
And Faith just came in.
Cars is
And
our
Luis
place
is here. Yep.
where we can hyper focus on our hobby and sort of shut out the things in life that stress us.
Stray Bullet. Come in here with something funny. That's good. Kiwi is completely ignoring me tonight, so I'm here. Good.
Thank you,
Excellent.
Colleen.
Yep. So
All right. So
on to
we're going to
happier
talk
thi-
about,
on to happier things.
well, life there's ups and downs in life, and sometimes really difficult things happen. We don't want to, this is his way of apologizing for losing his temper. That you never know what's going on in someone's life, so try and be kind.
There are just like about 7 or 8 things coming at me right now. That's probably the worst one. So I got some stress on me right now, and I'm trying not to take it out during a live, but I did. So I apologize for that.
Wow. A Kiwi in Argentina got mugged at gunpoint, and jeez. Okay.
Yep.
Mark Sauvé is experiencing forest fire. That's very stressful.
10 minutes from the house. Fire seems to be out now. Well, it's the time of the year that maybe the weather will put the fire out. I lived in California for years and years and years. Every year there's fires, and this time of year it come around, and this is the time of year in California it starts to rain. It doesn't rain during the summer. So then the fires pretty much go out. But I've lived through big fires, and they're
Vintage Adventure.
They can be devastating.
Vintage Adventure. Tanner says, I don't know why, but I haven't been able to see any comments from Stray Bullet for the past few lives.
Okay.
I don't know the answer, but the first thing we always tell people is make sure your chat setting is set to live chat and not top chat.
If you look up there,
top chat will sort
different. Top chat allows YouTube to moderate automatically somehow
without any control of us. Yeah, it's nothing we're doing. It's YouTube doing it, losing things. And
if you change it to live chat, you'll get kind of a warning up there when you first change it. It says something like you might see something you don't want to see. Well, we have moderators in here that take care of that.
If that doesn't fix it, I don't know. But definitely make sure you did that. So let's see. How about
Hippie Long? We had snow last week down to 5,000 feet in the Sierras already. Man. Yep. Hey, Sid Bids.
What is my favorite?
I always forget Sid Bids. We got handles now, and we're stuck with the handles. So I have to learn some people's name again. Sorry about that.
Faith asks, what was my favorite car or song? I don't know about song, but car is some rusty old pile of garbage on Facebook Marketplace that I can't buy is my favorite. It's always my favorite. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite car. It's so exciting to me because it's some rusty old piece of junk that I think I'm going to work on because I am crazy. I just switched to all chat. Good job, Straight. Okay.
All chat. live chat.
I swapped to all comments, and now I see his stuff. See, there you go.
Man, is that amazing?
Every time you come into chat, you got to fix it
Bullet
again,
was
too.
being
It defaults
censored.
to garbage.
You know what? Because of his name, I bet they take that out because
it sounds like something
sounds like something violent. So,
oh, for gosh sakes.
So that's good. I'm glad we found the answer. You know,
what did you say to YouTube, Stray Bullet? They have no forgiveness in their hearts.
Stray Bullet says there is no live chat. There is no live chat.
It's not live chat. You know what? If they're on mobile, it might look different.
Oh, it may look different. Yeah, because we can switch to top chat, live chat, or
fan funding. But that's
fan
because
funding. But that's us because we're doing the live stream.
Yeah.
So
it looks different. But just make sure you have you don't have it set to the moderated style chat. Someone asked a question of me. Would I ever want a dirt? I used to have dirt bikes. I don't have the balance or strength. It's better that I don't have dirt bikes. I've got that mini bike, and I really think that it's time for me to move on from even. I feel really sketchy on any two-wheeled vehicles. I think I should stick with.
She did that run, No Name Nationals. I watched her go all the way to the end of the strip. It looked like a great run and everything. And then I just walked away because I knew she was going to ride back down on the return road and get her time slip. So, but she doesn't seem to come back. And I'm looking up there, and pretty soon here she is walking along, pushing the bike. It's like, I didn't know what happened. I didn't know the flywheel flew apart. It just looked like such a normal run, but it happened right at the end of the run. So, yeah, if you want to, you don't want to drop that on the keyboard, but can you get some light on it? Oh.
The destroyed flywheel is what happened. It broke in pieces. It shattered.
I didn't even notice it till she got all the way back. It's like, why are you pushing it? Oh, the flywheel flew up. And she's limping because
kicked me in the leg.
It stayed contained, but it distorted the thing enough that it hit her leg, but that night in the hotel, I'm like, stick your foot out. I want to look at it. She goes, it's fine. And she sticks her foot out, and I looked at it. It was fine.
Stray Bullet's on the naughty list.
It's on the naughty list. Sometimes I lose my temper. Oh, I did that. I lost my temper last week.
Never. He is the most steady.
But I'll try not to do it on here again.
Your temper.
Yeah.
Switch up the picture.
Oh, yeah.
We've been looking at.
We've been looking at the picture for too long. Okay.
Genthy's Chevrolet for the first
JB, who's
27 minutes.
I don't think JB's here, but no, I put another one in there.
Okay. That's right. We had the Volga.
But I put the Volga, and I also put the 1930 Plymouth U model. Okay, some of these are they were all sent in by JB. Some of them are black and whites that are not so they have some contrast issues. But I'm going to go through them and see what we get. Like this one's pretty good. Obviously, 1970 Chevrolet and GMC truck line. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Look at all that industrial.
Look at that. Bunch of 70 Mustangs.
Oh, leave that picture up for a minute.
You like that one? Yeah. Look at that. Camaro's coming down one line and Firebird's coming down another. Or maybe they're both on each line. I don't know, but that's kind of cool.
And the tires are coming down the assembly.
Yeah, the tires are coming down
over there. Anyways, keep reading chat here. We got a lot of people talking.
What's
Thanks,
this Mexican spec says could be 69? What could be 69? Is the stripe blue? What's this on the last one? What's he talking about? This one? Those are 70 Mustangs. I don't know. He really knows his stuff, and if I make a mistake, he's the first one to call it out. So he may be right. I'm pretty good at the years back then, but I might mess something up.
I'm releasing my longest video yet on Sunday. 50 minutes and 4 seconds long. You know, the video length things depend, like holiday weekends, that's a great time to put out a long video. But like the week of 4th of July this year, we got so many views, so much view time during that week, like people had a little bit of spare time. But the last month, our subscriber numbers, nothing. Nothing.
Okay.
It was just dead. It's like people are busy. So, but like the week between Christmas and New Year's, have something. I don't know what day, like Thanksgiving weekend, have a long video, because there'll be people who are sitting somewhere, they'll want to watch something long. But then there's other times where the long videos, no, people avoid them. They're like queuing them for later. But then they probably forget about them. I don't know. But anyways,
Yeah, Blue Grit, those are definitely 70 Mustangs. But Mexican Spec says the trucks on the assembly line could be 69. They could be, but you know what? JB sent in a whole bunch of stuff from 1970, so I'm just trusting that it was 1970, but it could be 69.
you could call us if we're wrong, but I think the 1970 vibe is what's important. Has anybody thought of any of those ugly or cars that they wouldn't want from 1970 yet? Because there was like good. They were good cars in 1970. They were built.
Fates.
Everybody was building something good.
Faith says, Buff, what is your favorite song? Song?
Song. Let them think about it.
I don't know about a favorite song. There's stuff I like. JB
Blue Grip
can be
Garage
wrong
here,
too.
no?
Mexican Spec says JB could be wrong too. Or
That's
he
right,
could,
yeah,
or
he
he could have pulled it off the internet, and it
The
could be
internet
could be up wrong. So I don't know. It's close enough.
Oh, Mexican Spec doesn't like the British cars from 1970. They see, but they were small. They were like mini cars.
British
If you're
garbage.
if you were in the market for a mini car, they were all right. 1970, that would be a
So
brand new
he
one.
goes, any British car, any British garbage, he says, sounds like Scotty Kilmer over there that hates Mexican cars. Any Mexican car.
I think we can agree to disagree.
Oh, man.
Okay, Tanner sent in a car that he wouldn't want.
Okay, I'm going to have to go back to my email because I haven't been paying attention. I've been doing other things.
Dean doesn't want a Cleveland Phase 1.5 XWG Falcon.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
I think everyone disagrees with you, Dean.
Maybe you can send
Everyone
a picture.
wants a 1970 Falcon
Maybe he can send a picture of that.
with a Cleveland.
He said, I thought he is a Cleveland guy. See, I'd like to have a Cleveland in my car instead of 400 you want to put in there.
Blue Grit doesn't like the 70s Russian cars. We pulled one up, and honestly, if it were brand new in brand new condition, that black car that we showed was pretty cool.
Oh, somebody sent this in?
And they didn't like
that? That can't be 70. They didn't come out till 71. Who sent that in? Who sent that in?
I don't know. Deleted. I mean, it's a vibe. It's pretty close to 70. But he's got you on a technicality.
Oh, it's vintage. Said I sent in a car that I would never want. And is that who I just? Man,
brand new one of those. I would want that.
Oh, that is Tanner.
I'd rather have that than a Cybertruck and a payment on a Cybertruck.
I had a friend that had one exactly like this. Same wheels, same color, same stripe, everything. And you know, we put a small block in it.
You're upsetting Mexican Spec. He's like, that's not a 1970.
He's right. It's a 71 or 2. But anyway, I'll pull it down. That is one that Tanner sent in. Okay, let's see what the next one is here. I've got a lot of emails. I'm sorry I'm not keeping up with them, but I'll get them up there. That's one of these shows. Hopefully from 1970.
Cadillac, Volkswagen, General Motors. I don't see where it occurred. I don't know.
Mark Sauvé sent some pictures in. I'm downloading those. I'm not getting these in order, but I'm getting them. One thing I like Mark Sauvé sent in pictures. He sent 2 pictures. I like that. 2, 3, 4 pictures, something like that. You send like 150 pictures on my email, I'm not going to like them. I'm only going to pick out a few of them. Let's see. What are these? Oh, wow. Look at that. That's my car. It's like
That's not a 1970.
That's not a 1970 at all.
Okay, we're not talking about cars from the
That's a
1970s.
78. And then
We're speaking of. Oh, he sent that as to harass you because that's your car.
yeah, and there's a Fairmont. See, I like the painted bumper, and I like the Fairmont grill. I like them both. Yeah, it's a pretty nice looking car. Okay, so that's okay. We got it. Um, see what else we got here.
Oh, Faith is watching the car show with her cat. Good deal, Faith.
I like cats. Do they like the cars? Okay, so now I'm downloading
Hippie
some.
Long says it's 70 inches of slicks.
Yeah, that.
You guys been watching any of the footage of Six Smokies? I watched
Oh man, do you see the Tesla?
the Teslas. Okay, we shouldn't give it away necessarily, but Professor P put out some video and some pictures of.
He put up a short, and then the next day he put up the whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that reminds me. I was so happy. Like I felt very validated, right? Professor P was running an 1164 ish. 1163 was his best time with drag slicks at Six Smokies. 1164. You know what I was running at Sykeston?
What?
Right there. Like I had 1170 on my dial, and I think I ran faster than that at least once.
Really?
Yeah, so my car can run the same as Professor P's daily driver, but Professor P knows his stuff with a slant six, so I'm pretty happy with myself that I've got, and it still needs carburetor tuning.
You've got lower gears. You've got lower gears, and that may be
what
why.
than Professor P?
Yeah.
Has he said that?
Well, I think his are like some kind of highway gears because what did you shift? Because he shifted first, second, and then went to
the automatic transmission.
And then went to lockup.
Yeah, he has a lockup converter in his car.
So that may be why. And I felt pretty good because my stock one barrel Ford 200 cubic inch 6.
It was running a 1270.
No, I ran the last dial. It was
1250.
1240. And I was around, the best time I ran was 1246. So I thought, yeah, he's second faster than me. Well, not quite a second, but almost a second faster than me, which is.
But he was okay. He was
That's
running
fun.
slicks, and I was spinning tire. So I mean, I feel pretty good about the fact that like.
But he spun his tires too.
My car, yeah, but he didn't go a lot faster. And what I'm saying is, I think I'm doing pretty well because he works for a company that sells performance automotive stuff, and not that he spends a lot of time working on his street car, but he's had it a long time. I just think that I'm like right up there with the slant six aficionados right now, and he's got a two carburetor set up on his car and everything. He's got MSD, and I just got a regular orange box.
Look at this car from Mexican Spec.
Nice
traction
car,
bars
Mexican
and
Spec.
big tires and that's pretty nice. Let me continue on with this. Hopefully,
what is it?
What's this? Is it 70 Duster?
Yeah, that makes sense. Taillights.
Somebody painted the hood black.
He said what it was. Oh, he did say that.
Yeah, it's a Valiant Duster, not a Plymouth Duster. It's a Valiant Duster in Mexico.
Braden asks, did we see that Cletus's McFlurry blew a rod? I didn't see that. But they run stuff on the bleeding edge of high performance. So they're going to blow stuff up every season, every couple of shows. And that's like what they do, and that's what people go to their channel for. So absolutely, they're going to run it to the red line and blow stuff up.
Somebody get a
I like watching them sometimes.
Somebody get a ready to race Duster here from Mexican Spec. Oops, why did I do that? Don't know.
Why's it got a doily on the
doily? I think
deck?
that's a speaker. Is that a big ass speaker back there, or is it a
No.
doily?
It's a doily.
I don't know. Doily.
That's unusual.
Maybe it's a Mexican thing.
It's
It's like a 10-4-50 to the border. It was in southern Mexico with a V8 engine. It'd be what's it got? It's got a slant. Let's see. I haven't got that far yet. Ooh, do we have any pictures of the engine on that? Oh, it doesn't look like we do. No. So what's it got? A slant? Belong Kim. That 318 board will make you forget six real fast. Yeah, she's got that 318 she's working on.
Yeah, I just started. If you guys didn't see it, I pulled a rod out and I pushed the piston pin out of it, and I'm gonna dress up the rods. I'm going to do some minor work to the crankshaft. I'm just gonna give it the the all points sort of the difference between factory and well loved kind of thing. And I think it needs I think it needs rings. It needs a freshen up. It's not a lot of miles on it, but it's definitely been run quite a bit because it's a rebuild engine with 30 over pistons, but I think it has a lot of miles on it since then.
The thing about Kim's Slant 6 in her Dart is it's such a nice engine.
Oh yeah, it's a good
it's what is it, 40 over?
Yeah, it was
40 over, and everything on it's just perfect.
It's
I mean,
tight.
it's a nice engine that completely rebuilt everything. And man, you hate to waste that. Take it out and put a V8 in because it's such a nice engine.
Hippie Long says that's a $700 hood. Oh, I am sure, and then some. And so it's a 225 slant 6 right now. But I mean, it's a running, driving car. It looks great. It's a very desirable model. It's coming from Mexico, so it's
probably dry.
It's unlikely that it's full of Bondo.
It's not going to be full of
It probably
rust.
has factory floor pans. And
She's from Pittsburgh. Anything with factory floor pans is like 8 years old or newer.
Anything this old is Bondo from like this line down. It's just tiger hair and trash. Frame rails? What frame rails? You know?
Okay, let's see here.
So,
Okay.
Granddad's Junk, no. This would be Mexican Spec does brokers car sales of vintage classic cars from Mexico. So this is something that he has listed to sell. Although sometimes he sends us pictures of his own vehicles. But if you're not familiar with Mexican Spec, he's going to put up a link to his socials, and you should check him out, especially if you like classic cars, because Mexican Spec is he's all about. You'll see him in all the streamers lives because he just makes it his business to be around all the time.
I usually don't do this, but it's a quick video. I'll play part of it. I think it's going to go. Dean Stevenson sent this, so don't know.
I don't know if there'll be sound though. I don't know if they'll get the sound. Oh, you're asking me to do things.
No, I'm messing with it to see if I can make it work. No, it's not. It's not a.
It's a link to a picture.
Yeah, it's not a workable thing. I tried it, but now I got to get it.
Yeah, no, it's just a image.
Okay, so now I got to get it back over to my place over here. I'm sorry.
You got it.
It's something he sent. I tried to do it, but
Kobe Queso is here. Welcome. Good to see you. E-Fog is here. Welcome as well. Glad you're here. Blue Grid says you can get Mexican cars with Bondo if they have been hitting things. Yes, absolutely. But Bondo over dents is not the same as Bondo over rust or Bondo over nothing. Skim coats of Bondo over holes. But yeah, just because it's from Mexico does not buyer beware. Always do your homework and stuff like that. And Mexican Spec has refused cars that he thought he was going to sell because when he went and actually looked at them in person, they were not up to their.
He did that with a Fairmont that, who was it, Lester LeSabre wanted that Fairmont?
Yeah.
And when he got there, it was kind of a piece of junk, and so he just didn't get it for Lester. He went and found him another one. He actually found another one that was also not very good. The third one he found was really good, and he
He
got
probably
that.
took a beating, spending days trying to find a
He oh, and
replacement
he
car.
traveled all over the place, and he found one for Lester LeSabre that was a good car. So he'll take care of you.
Well, Kobe Queso, you have found a good place to relax because we are not doing or talking about anything important.
Who
We're
is
just
this?
chewing the gab about old cars. Right now, we're looking at some Mopars, but we're talking about the year 1970. If you have a particular car that you would not want from the year 1970, like that you wouldn't consider as a car that you would even drive from 1970, I want to know about it because some people have made some suggestions, but I'm not sold on any of them. Any car from 1970 was good. If you said, do you want this Cybertruck or do you want to drive, not to resell, but do you want this Cybertruck and the payment for it, or would you like to buy this car from 1970? I would take the car from 1970. I can't think of one
Oh, I
that
see
was
what.
built that I wouldn't prefer. So
Okay, this is Colleen took a screenshot, so we're in it. But I'm gonna try to zoom that in. She said that's a car she wouldn't want. Ugliest car.
she doesn't like a Pacer.
That's a Pacer X with
Okay,
tinted windows.
that wouldn't be the first car I would want.
But I don't think that's a 70, is it? Did they have
No,
Pacers in 70?
no, that looks like a later.
I think it's
That's
newer than that.
later.
I thought
AMC didn't even
I
build cars with those like that
I
until
think 75.
yeah.
I think I'm not sure.
We're talking about 1970. Mexican spec.
What is
That's not 1970. That's okay.
what's
But
it?
I still
What's
don't. Even if it was, I would drive that. I
so
would totally rock the
so?
Pacer.
What is it here that Dean Stevenson says?
Lester
Stuff at
Lestaver says,
Barracuda.
"Wait till you
We
see
are
what I
going to
say."
Reykjavik. Why are you going to Reykjavik? That's in Iceland. That's like way. That's as far away on the world as you can get from where you are. uh, yeah, the McGill likes that car, or Luis McGill. Let me see. That was my New Zealand. I don't know what that is. Okay, so let me.
Mexican spec has a guy in Belgium that wants a Pacer,
Really?
but he has no way to ship it to him. Oh, that sounds convoluted. Maybe you can find that. No way to ship to anywhere in Europe?
Oh man, yeah, that gets expensive. What do you put it in a 20-foot container and ship it? But that's not going to be cheap.
Well, there's shippers in the United States at least that will sell you like space in a container and then they'll pack things around it. I don't know. I
I ship.
obviously you know more about this stuff than me.
I shipped a lot of 20-foot containers to New Zealand. We could get two uh, of our Mustangs, Titan Mustangs, into a 20-foot container, and I shipped a lot of those to New Zealand. But a lot has changed. I don't know what can ship where and who has regulations, and there's all this shipping stuff, and it's not just the U.S. tariffs; it's everything. Everybody has all these crazy laws and difficulties, and some are difficult, some aren't.
Mexican
That's
spec says I'm not set up to ship cars out of here. I can't find a Mexican custom agent that will help me.
Okay, and that's
Well,
and there's
hopefully
a
you'll find one because
and
I
there's
know
a
that would be a valuable asset because there's people who want these kinds of cars.
who sent
Pacers are a hoot to drive. I don't know. I don't think I've ever I've ever driven one, but I would imagine it would be a lot like my grandmother had a little AMC. It wasn't quite as
oh,
out there as a Pacer.
Lister LeSabre sent this. He says this is an ugly 1970 car. Yeah, it's a Citroen Ami or Ami or I don't know how they pronounce it. Yeah, I look at that and it's like, what were they thinking?
Okay, who sent this again?
Lester LeSabre.
Lester LeSabre. I think you got me. I think that this is not something I would want.
Wouldn't you just
What motor is in a Citroen like that?
little one? That's like a little drive around Europe, especially in France. All the little tiny roads and every Europe grew up. The cities grew up with like horses, so they're really narrow streets. And now they got cars, so they have this. Like in England, you drive along and you just park. And so everybody has to go, you're parked in the lane. So you just don't have, nobody parks the other way because then nobody can get through. So you just park there. And then they have this thing on the road that's painted on the road that looks like this. People in the US think that means to slow down. No, that's usually near an intersection. It means you can't park there. So yeah, it's like the roads are narrow. This would probably be perfect in France or probably in a lot of Europe, you know.
Okay, I'll pass. Yep.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
but
want it.
here in Quebec, you're no longer allowed to import the Nissan Skyline from Japan, basically because all they're imported here is the street race. So they actually regulate, which it's like that. What is it? There's a city in Georgia where you're not allowed to. The city council actually passed a law, local ordinance that you aren't allowed to drive a Dodge Charger in the city because, and you know why? Is because people tearing up the streets with them.
Troublemakers.
Yeah. So then they ruined it for everybody. But I don't know. That might be a law. You might be able to challenge that because if you're not from that town and you're driving your V6 Charger through town, do they put you in jail or what? I don't know. Let's see, Braden sent in. Let's see what I've got here. I'm downloading. There's a lot of stuff coming in. I'm downloading. These don't look like 1970 cars, Braden. I'm downloading them. I'll show them, but if they're not 70, I'm not going to stick around. I'm not stick around with them too long. Yeah, this is like 1950s, late 50s Pontiac Firebird. It was a show car. It's like that's what our future cars were going to look like, and we never got there, thankfully.
I wonder why.
And then I don't even know what that is.
That's a golf cart.
That's like, where's the door? Oh, in the back.
In the back.
In the back.
Oh, man.
Well, it'd be good for tight parking spaces, I guess.
I mean, that's one of those oddball commuter sort
Oh,
of.
he says they're
cars.
1970 concept cars.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought that Firebird was more like 60, but okay. This could have been 1970. Yeah, that's kind of cute, I guess. And that is, yeah, something. That could have been 70. I'm not sure what that is, though. Is there a... Nah, he just has image 3, so it doesn't say what it is. I kind of like the wheels.
Yeah, the wheels are interesting.
And then that thing.
What is that?
Oh, what is that? Somebody tell me what that is. I don't remember.
I mean, they were really going for aerodynamics. It's just like a wing with wheels.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to see out the side, to say the least. And then you get in the front of it. Oh, who did that? That was, I can't remember who did that. I bet somebody will know what that is. Because that was a real well-known concept car back in the day.
It's a Cybertruck.
That'd probably go under a
If it
Cybertruck.
was just, if they just lowered the wheels and then dragged the sheet metal down, it would be a Cybertruck. Big ugly thing.
It's a contraption vehicle.
Does anybody want to see 70s Mexican Mustangs? Why would we not want to see 1970 Mexican Mustangs?
That is, did I download that? Or I maybe downloaded it twice. Oh, come on, you big dummy. I can't remember where I'm at. Oh, I downloaded it twice. This is one that Tanner sent in because it's his. And he recently got that running. He had pictures of that. It just looked like a roller. And within like the same day, he had the engine in it. It was running. And then the next thing you know, he's put a whole new rear suspension in it.
That's the great thing about old Mopars. You can do a lot with them.
That guy gets with it. Look at what he did in just a couple of days. Man.
He's got the energy.
He's got the energy. I don't know how he does it because he does these 48-hour shifts at work and then he comes home and does this. Well, because some of his job is waiting for the next emergency call or the next transfer. But still, he's on duty for 48 hours. And he comes home and does this. Yeah, I like the old school slots too. I really like those.
I just like the raised white letter tires. The slots, I mean, they're good, but
I like
the
them.
white letter tires is what makes it every time.
Yeah, Lancia Stratos Zero is
Oh,
the
there you
brown
go.
concept car. That's right. Lester Saber got it. So, does he get points for that?
Uh, yes, 3 point. Unless he sent those. He gets 3 points unless he sent the pictures.
No, it was
Okay, then you get three
Braden.
points. Nice work.
Braden sent the pictures. Okay, let's see here. And then we have Mark Sauvé sent something. I'm downloading. Sorry, I'm a little slow downloading here, but I'm doing it.
Tanner, are you going to have some place to work when it gets cold? What are you going to do when it gets cold there? Do you just sort of put everything on hold, or do you got a shop space somewhere? Oh, I don't like that paint job.
Look at the front end. Somebody did a whole bunch of custom stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see who sent that in. That
I'd have
was
been okay if they'd have
Mark
just left.
Sauvé. Mark Sauvé
They
sent that
should have
in.
just left it the way it was.
It is kind of different.
Yeah.
I mean, if you showed up at a local little car show or Cars and Coffee or say, everybody be walking around.
Oh, I mean, it's something special, but I don't know if it's all the.
Tubs hadn't been invented yet.
There's choices that I would not be with on it. Yeah, yeah, the wheels are too wide. The stance in the back is wrong in my mind.
You don't like the wheels sticking out. I always like that, but they fling shit all over the place.
It looks like they used a truck rear end and they couldn't afford to narrow it. But obviously on a car of this value, they could have spent the money to tub it and stuff like that. But
well, and who knows when they did it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's still way nicer than mine. So should I be critical? No, I should shut my mouth. It's not my thing, not my jam.
Okay,
Tanner says he just keeps working on stuff outside. I started to build my car when my fingers would barely move. Yeah, no. Tanner. Well, you're looking for a place. Find a place that has room for at least a nice lean-to. And then you can have a little kerosene heater or something like that. Be out of the wind. Keep the moisture away and get some stuff done. Make sure it's level so you can pull the cars in and out. Not like us, we've got a mountainside. Luckily, we're on top of the mountain, so it stays a little bit dry.
Mark Sauvé says 70 Plymouth Barracuda 440 Rapid Transit. That's what that was. That one with that weird
Rapid Transit
grill. Hey, Tavo's here. Dropping in for a quick hello. And I'm all tongue-tied. Dropping in for a quick hello. Things happening around here today. Yeah, that's how we are. We got real busy for a few days. Yeah, I went up to this. Kim wanted me to go up the shop last night. And
I dragged him up there.
He's
been in a sour mood because of things that we already talked about.
Overwhelmed with shit coming at me. So I went up there, and it's dark. I'm going up there with a flashlight, and I got my flip-flops on, doing everything wrong, Get up there, and I open up the door, and just the overwhelming. You ever go into a shop where somebody's grinding, and there's like this steel smell? I'm like, man, you're grinding again. She was working on something, so I went in there, and we did a short, and then you were working on your project, and yeah, so it is interesting. Let's see here. I don't know where I was going with that. I had a story I was going. Oh, it's because Tavo says stuff going on. Yeah, we had a lot going on.
Hippie Long says I need to bribe Tavo to get an Aussie head for the 6-cylinder.
Who is this? Who said this?
Those Aussies really value those parts.
Wait a minute.
They really like them, so I don't think I can afford.
Wait a minute. Where are you?
I'm way up, down near the bottom. Vintage says one of the places looking at is a small shop building and a carport. Boy, would that be nice. I hope you're able to figure out a way to finance some stuff.
Maybe
this family can help.
Whole thing about the head. Oh, Hippie Kim, you need to bribe Tavo for an Aussie head for the 6-cylinder. Oh, the thing is, that's a different engine that you're talking about. The Hemi 6, completely different engine.
Look, I've thought about designing a Hemi cross flow or just Hemi
That's a lot of
head
work.
for. It's a lot of work, and it's for an engine that's been out of production since 1985 in the United States. The designs for the engine were done in the 1950s. Like, we're working on antique vehicles here. We just make the most of what we have. And like, one of the reasons I'm looking at like learning about the 318 is because like it, moves me into the not so distant past, and they still make parts for them and stuff like that. Like this, the six cylinders, like I enjoyed it, and I've done a lot with it and stuff like that. But like, I just don't know that I could stick with this Land Six forever.
George Daly's here. Good evening. I don't know. You saw that or not? Okay, this one of Mexican specs cars, 1970 Mustang, obviously a 70, has a little vents. Unlike the 69 that had the 4 headlights, they had the 70 had the 2 headlights, but they had those little vents up front. Real easy to see until it's a 70.
See, before he ever does a Crossflow 250 for the Z Sled Tavo, it's going to be he's going to put that Chevy 350 in that car. He wants to. I don't know how I'm going to convince him not to, honestly.
Or a Windsor, or a Cleveland, or I'll leave it a 6. I really had fun with that 6 at the drag races. It was slow, but so what?
That car is only slow when you take it to the drag strip, and then you're like, oh man, it's slow.
Well,
but
it's
regular, it's just a car.
But you know what? I've never done any drag racing before, so I get up there and I figure out now what the bracket racing is, and I raced that really fast Tesla, and if I hadn't broken out by some tiny amount, I would have beat him. So, it's
Bracket
kind of
racing
fun.
can be fun,
Bracket racing,
even with a slow car.
I get it now. You just have to be consistent. See, you build a car, I could make my 6-cylinder a little faster. I could put a V8 in it or something. But it doesn't have to be the fastest V8. It can just be a little faster. It can be fun to go as fast as you can go in your car. But as long as you're bracket racing, you can still win some races. It's fun.
Hippie Long wants me to know that V8s have been around since 1914 or something like that. Yes, but the LA Magnum Series V8s were in production and being used in new vehicles until like 2001. I think they were still putting Magnum 360s in trucks. So, but yeah, they're all classic car motors at this point. All of them.
Look at the inside of this Mexican spec Mustang.
Really nice.
That's pretty good for 1970. Well, somebody redid it.
Yeah, that's a but it's a really nice one.
Mexican upholstery shops, they do stuff like this. It's just, they don't do stuff like this here anymore.
But I look at
this.
Maybe once I mess with the 64 to 92. Yeah, but in 92 they went to the Magnum, and it's a very, very similar engine family. There's actually parts that interchange. You can put the Magnum heads on an LA, but then you have oiling problems that you have to resolve. But I mean, it's a very, and the Magnum ran to like 2001, and then they come out with a 4.7, and it's junk. I don't, even if it is similar, I don't want to include it with that. So,
Kim, you every time I see some rim blow steering wheel, you're like, you kind of,
I get confused.
Yeah, look at this. The inside of that steering wheel, the inside rim where you reach around like this, there's a little squishy thing in there. And when you squeeze that,
you can't say reach around. It's not good.
You had to bring that up. You wrap your
fingers. They were
fingers,
thinking it. You can't say it.
You wrap your fingers around.
I got.
And you squeeze with your fingers on the inside of that soft spot on the steering wheel, and it blows a horn. And I can't say blows either, can I?
Yeah, you can. It depends on the context. But the AI chatbot thing, it doesn't know context, so you never know. You might not be able to say that. Okay, I'm gonna refill my coffee. Make sure you have a beverage. Make sure you have a snack. He's gonna keep going. Don't go too fast.
Well, I'm showing Mexican Specs car. Yeah, Hurry. Hippie Long says, I hated the clocks being on the passenger side. No snacks for me today, says Mexican Spec. And everybody, that last live, everybody's eating good food except us. We were up there and I was starting to get hungry. Look at that. I don't like those hood pins, but that's what they had on the Mustang, so they're there. And I guess they help hold the hood down, which is a good thing. Yeah, look at that. Man. Bumpers are all straight and everything. A lot of times these Mustangs get bumped right in the middle and the bumpers are tweaked. That one's not tweaked. That's pretty good. Oop, that's the last one of that. They use the Mach 1 hood on the coupes in Mexico. Oh, yeah, it's a coupe. And it's got the Mach 1 hood on it. Yeah. That's pretty good. So, yeah, you know why they're in that location? Because that's where the core support is. I like to see, Vintage says, I like the 69 taillights better. I like the whole 69 better because I like the quad lights up front and everything. But this is a really nice car. I mean, it's a really nice car. And we have ads. Sorry about that. What it's like. Hey, Jay, how you doing? Hey, Buff, Kim, Mexican Spec, and everyone else. Kim!
Jay is here.
Jay is here, and that's who I was talking to on the phone, now that I think about it, when Dougster was on. I knew I was on a phone call. I was on a phone call with Jay.
Well, make sure you check out what it's like, because
yeah, maybe Mexican Spec.
He does really nice like overviews on specific vehicles. He goes and tracks them down in person, does walkarounds and stuff like that. It's cool. It's cool content. Make sure you have checked out the What It's Like channel.
Mexican Spec, can you, because you have the ability to do it, put up a link for What It's Like's channel so people can go in there and sub if they want. It's a pretty good channel. He's yeah, he goes through details on cars and on engines. He just did one. I don't remember the name of the engine. It's an old V12. Thank you, Mexican Spec. So he just did one on a V12 engine that I didn't know anything about, and it was a very old engine. And yeah, Jay, what was that engine? I can't remember what it was. Just because my mind is not completely as good as it used to be. What have I got here? I'm not talking because I'm pulling down pictures here right now, downloading pictures, and Kim's not here. Mark Sauvé says he subscribed to What It's Like. Yeah, Jay is out in Western Pennsylvania, so he gets into a lot of the automotive events that are all throughout Pennsylvania and Ohio, and he covers them, and he does a pretty good job.
Oh, Stray Bullet finally got through to Kiwi.
What is this?
Stray Bullet says he finally got through to Kiwi. How's Kiwi stream tonight? What's he talking about?
What you're doing both.
Kiwi streams at the same time of us on Tuesday.
But he
gets all nervous, like, well, don't mention it. It's like, but
well, here's the thing
people
about
who want to watch Kiwi, watch him.
Here's the thing about Kiwi.
Watch us, and it's fine.
He overlaps by some, but he
usually finishes earlier.
He finishes before we finish. Yeah. So people are in Kiwis.
He does interesting stuff. He's got a shop, so he's got more stuff coming through.
People are in Kiwis live, and then they come over here, which I appreciate. So this is one that
we enjoy Kiwi. He seems like a really nice guy.
Braden sent this in. Kim, tell us about this engine.
That has 3 carburetors on top of it.
Yeah, but it's a small block Chrysler. So what is it? Probably a 340.
Well, you would imagine so.
He sent in some more pictures, so
but maybe... I don't know how I would know. Like I don't know that well.
Oh, he sent in a 454 and some kind of Chevrolet.
Mm-hmm. Boss
Yeah,
429.
Boss 429. Now
Boss
there's
429.
man, is that crammed in there? But I remember those when they were new. I remember, I remember those.
Pack it in.
There were a couple of them around, and I remember the hoods open on them, and it's like they're brand new cars, and they look just like that. There wasn't an inch of space left anywhere. Uh, that I believe is a Corvette, but I'm not sure.
One-Eyed Cat is here. Welcome to the stream. Mr.
So now
Don.
I'm going to go back.
We're talking about the year 1970, Don.
Going to go back to that because that's sort of interesting looking. And you're such a small block Chrysler person. I thought you'd.
See, but I'm not. That's the thing. I'm a
Well,
slant six person. I
but
can
you
tell you
love
all
that
the stuff
stuff.
about.
You love that stuff.
I'm curious about it, and I'm exploring it and learning. Like I have a 360 Magnum, and it
You
is
have-
sitting under a tarp.
You have 318s and a 360 Magnum, and you're all excited about them.
I am. I want to get to them. The other thing I have is I have that Nissan 300 car. I've got two motors for that. I have a lot of motor building stuff to do. And we have so many projects that I cannot wait to get to, and things just happen so slowly, and the budget just trickles in, and it's like, I want to do stuff. Now, my LA 318, I am going to go extreme budget, but it's probably going to take a little more time. But I really got to save some money for what comes next, so I can invest. And I would rather probably invest money in the 360 Magnum, although the 360 Magnum really doesn't need anything. I don't think it does. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't want to. We don't know what we're
We don't know what we're doing. But that's the thing. Do something even if it's wrong. We just keep going forward. He's working on simple stuff on his car, just getting the lighting updated to how he's happy with.
My car, when I got it, it's a pretty good car, basically. But it needed a lot of little crap, before we could drive it anywhere. Well, we got that done. We drove it to No Name Nationals and back. But now I'm doing the fun stuff, getting the lights like the way I want them. And I want to build that center console. And so now those are the unnecessary things that are fun things. So I'm working on that stuff a little bit.
I don't really like when they paint the manifold the same color as the engine.
See, and I like that because it looks stock. Well, that probably is stock. But I don't know. That's a pretty darn high-rise thing, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people like the aluminum manifold, but
you wouldn't see it under the air cleaner anyways.
Yeah, did those have a big long air cleaner like Ford's did? Or they have? Yeah, they must have. I don't know. I don't remember what the Chrysler six packs look like. Okay, so now we have more pictures to show, and they would be.
Oh yeah, there's tunnels, Dean. There's tunnels.
What?
There's mines. There's deep rock mine tunnels, and
Look at this. We got people here, new people here. Mike Slater, Cut Her Down. Cut Her Down came in a little while ago, but I didn't say anything to him. I don't know why. I just was busy yapping away. Tommy Hanlon's here from
Cut Her Down
from
Garage wants me
Dublin.
to go V10. Isn't it it's Ford V10s that are more available.
Well, there are a lot of V10 Fords in motorhomes. I know that. So
Hippie Long says John, who does the AHRA show, says go 318 with 4-inch bores and a cam, and that's faster than a 360. I know other people have said that the juice ain't worth it's a squeeze. The tall deck.
I think the fastest car I ever rode in
360
was Bottle Rocket before it had the bottle on it, and it's a 318, and I was in the back seat. Tony, UTG, and Kathy got up front, and we had to go across the pits over to the other side of this drag strip. And he says to me, Buff, jump in the back. And I jumped in the back in the right rear. And as soon as I was in there, he took off and he wheelied across. We were way off kind of in the edge of the pits. And he went wheelied across the pits with me in the back
seat. He got a kick out of that. He'll never forget. He's told that story 50 times.
With a 318. I'm like, I mean,
it's a small block V8.
Crap. I'd never been in anything like that. But you wouldn't expect a 318 to do that. Okay, this is a Mexican spec car. This is a Mexican spec car.
Well, you have to put a cam in it. We measured the cam and the lift at the valve on that cam that is in that LA engine is only what?
Oh, and you know what happened, right?
0.37.
Right
It's
after
pretty
me,
weak.
right after me riding in that car,
Yeah.
Tony took it out of the drag strip and broke an axle and oiled up the strip.
Oh.
So that engine had enough power to break the 8 1/4 rear end, and that's when you replace it with an 8 3/4. Okay, 70 Shelby Mustangs were left over 69s. Oh, the Shelbys. They had curved rear taillights panels, so if you wanted to make a tribute car from 70, you would have to install 69. You know, I didn't know that, but I kind of thought they did look the same. One-Eyed Cat says Snappy comes in all sizes. Okay, you're gonna have to
That's
cover that
right.
because I'm gonna cover
Yeah.
this.
And Ventus is reminding us that Jamie's 273 pulls the front wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah. Don't count out American muscle.
I'm just
The
saying. I'm just
small
saying it
block
was.
Mopar will.
Yeah, you're talking. People talk about 318s, but you make a 318 run.
He was using you as ballast.
Oh, I knew that. That's why I was in the back. That's why he told me to get in there. So, that's why he wanted me on the right side. Uh, yeah, I knew that too. But it's the first time I ever been in a car that pulled a wheelie and across the pits. It's like, and then you got right back out of it again. It's like, are you supposed to be doing this in the pits?
See, Mike Slater knows. He said, "Do something even if it's wrong." His wife doesn't like it when he says it,
Look at
but it's
this.
true.
This is a
Do
Mexican. It's a
something.
Mexican spec car with the manual transmission. And
If you don't do it, you won't even know it was wrong. So at least do it, then you'll know it was wrong. You learn something, and that's not wrong. Dean says he used to use Kathy bananas, but she's lost weight. Yeah, I've heard her tell stories about her throwing her weight over to one side to grab traction when they launched the car.
I've known them for what, since 2019. She's always been thin. I don't know.
Mexican Spec says his client wanted a 1970 coupe with a manual, so this is what he sent him. This is one of the ones he sent. That's a sharp looking engine.
Yeah.
It's got the distributor in the front, so it's a Ford.
And
Oh,
this is another one. I do like the wheels right out the edges of the wheel wells, though. That's a nice looking car.
Vintage is going to throw a deeper gear in his satellite and show people what a 318 can really do. What have you done to that 318, Tanner? Like, have you been into the short block at all, or do you just carburation, or I don't really know what you've done to the car. I know it has a stick in it, but that makes it a little more snappy.
I do like that panel between the taillights. I think that really makes a 70 look good when they have that black panel in there. Because I don't think it looks good without it. That really looks sharp.
I think it would look good with just paint, but I think
Well,
the
that's how
panel's
they
neat.
are. That's how they are normally, but that one's pretty sharp. And I don't know what they call that in Mexico. That's kind of an upgraded Mustang. Yeah, and the grabber blue. That does
That
look good
is
on.
really nice. Yeah.
Oh, look, they put it on the inner
Yep.
door panels
And the
too.
interior, somebody did that car up real
Somebody
nice.
did it nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's done all over.
Oh, and it's got that, what do you call that crossbar there? It's got the small radiator, but it doesn't have AC, so that'll be fine.
That car is ready to enjoy. And One-Eyed Cat's looking for big Mopar radiator. Yeah, he put a fan in
Oh,
his radiator.
did you? I responded to you as a comment. One-Eyed Cat. I don't know. I hope you read it. It was kind of a long comment, so I hope you can see the whole thing. But I have fixed stuff like that before, but I'm not always successful with it because soldering on the edges of tubes, and doesn't always work out, but sometimes it does. Of course, and I also wrote in there we could get a core that has closer tube spacing and all that kind of thing. So
Are the 340X heads, are they a closed chamber head vintage? But heads and an intake will wake a motor up pretty good.
man, I do like that.
Did you ever measure the valve lift? You can measure your valve lift. That'll give you some idea what kind of cam is in it. You can do that with just taking a valve cover off. But too much cam just throws your torque curve all
Who I've
way up into the RPM range, which is harder on the engine. So it depends on what you want to do, but
who I've completely ignored, and I'm sorry, is Buddy Carfano sent stuff in early in the week.
there's prices.
Look at the prices on
Are
those
any
cars.
of those cars that you would not buy for those prices right now? Even in medium used car condition.
When is that from? For 35 years.
68 Shelby 4-speed for $3,300.
Man, I remember that kind of stuff. Like 66 Pontiac GTO for $16.95. You snapped that up back then. Of course, then you had to store it all those years.
Hippie Long says, redo the rear main seal. I'm recently well versed in this action. Hippie Long, did you get it back together? Is it good now? Did you see if Hippie Long got it back together? I did not see.
I don't know, and I just noticed that Tavo sent in some stuff, but I missed it. So I'm getting that done. I'm sorry,
Mike says
I
find
missed
some
some
closed chamber heads. Dr. Go gave me some closed chamber heads, and I didn't really get it at No Name Nationals. They're still in the back seat of the Dart. I have not even dragged them out of the car yet, but he gave me all the valves and keeper hardware and stuff like that with it, and I pulled out one of the exhaust valves, and it was burned. I mean, really burned. Like if you've never seen a burnt valve, it's very distinct, the pattern of damage that gets.
burnt valves are distinct, yeah.
Right,
distinctly undesirable.
It's unmistakable. You're like, oh, the valves are burned, and like I looked, and it was like at least 3 out of the bunch of exhaust, and I didn't look through all of them. Just the first 3 that I pulled out, the exhaust valves were burned, and I figured, oh, this needs new valve seats in it. And the reason he was giving it to me is that the machine shop said that they were cracked, and it wasn't worth doing seat repairs because the heads were cracked. And the cracks are really common on those, and they're repairable, but it probably needs the seats. I was like, man, you can get closed chamber heads. You can buy them new for like under $300 a piece. It's like, well, shoot, that's cheaper than I can get stuff machined for. So, but I don't think I'm going to put $600 worth of heads on an LA 318 right now. So we'll see. I have some tricks up my sleeve.
Your sleeve.
And we will just see where it goes in the next few weeks as I chip away at it. Because it's not going to take, I'm not going to spend all my time and energy on that motor right now. It's like sort of a back of the shop sort of thing while he's busy or something's in the shop waiting for parts or whatever. It'll give me something to always be working on. $1,700 was a lot of money back then. It sure was. Yeah, it was.
I know Kim hates it when I do this.
It's either 5 or 6 times as much by inflation.
I'm going to look at the Consumer Price Index, which Kim doesn't like it when I do this, but we're going to go to 1970. How much was it? $1,700?
Yeah. Mike says 480 lift, Kim, for the win. How high does your lift got to be before you got to start cutting down factory guides? And then if you're putting 480 lift, you have to put different springs in it. So, and then it's harder on the engine. It's harder on the push rods. It's harder on, when you do that, if you want it to stay together, you got to do it all. No, they can't see.
Okay, $1,700. I made a mistake here.
It's the same as
Sorry.
$14,000?
Just a second. I made a mistake. I made a
Okay.
mistake. Calculate. It's the same. Yeah, $14,111 today is like 1,700 in 1970. That's U.S.
I
dollars.
mean, those cars were almost new, though, so it's still way cheaper than any new car today. It's because it doesn't have screens.
Oh, Mike
And
Slater's
10
here.
miles of copper wire. This big of a bundle of wiring to run a Hemi? Come on.
Look at Mike Slater says.
Just want
Me too, buff. 389, 73 Grand Prix. And then later he says 63 Grand Prix, which makes more sense, was my fast old ride. I like those cars. Okay, this Tavo sent this picture in, and he says 3 1970 Valiants. And
Sweet.
that one up front is his, because he sent me pictures of it before. The other two, I don't know who they belong to. But those are, yeah, 1970 Valiants.
I'm jealous. Those cars are awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And then he sent in another one that I know everybody keeps talking about this engine. That is the Hemi head 6-cylinder that they had in Australia that we didn't get. It was developed in the U.S. I think it was supposed to be put in trucks, and then they took it down there and did all the finishing up on it and put it in Australian cars, and we didn't get it. So that's a pretty cool looking engine, isn't it? Tavo says Ute 245, white Regal 318, and blue one has a 360 stroke to 408. Wow, I'm going to put that back. Okay, so the Ute has the 245, which is the engine I just showed, the Hemi 6-cylinder, and the white Regal is a 318, and the blue one is a 360 stroke to 408. I bet that thing rolls along good. Jeez, I sure like that Ute. Kim, we got to do that. I wish I had the front end though, because they got a much nicer. I think it's a much nicer Valiant front end than we got.
Well, we need to build
70.
a tribute. You need to make it out of. We need to build a tribute front end.
Tom says U.S. should have used that engine once we ironed out the bugs. Yeah, they developed it here and then sent it down there. I think they did all the testing and everything in Australia. Faith says, "What's your favorite thing to do when you're outside?" Oh, man, does that count?
He doesn't go outside. Go back inside. That's his favorite thing to do when
Does
we're
that
outside.
does that count if you're in a car? Because the car's outside, but yeah, kind of racing around in the car is fun.
Jeez, oh man, straight bullet. That's insane. $2,500 to $650,000. That's what inflation does.
Okay, so there's
Vintage
that.
has got a cam. I saw vintage. I saw your cam. That 495 lift. You got to cut down the valve guides. You're gonna need springs.
And then there's another
And
picture.
that seems like isn't that a lot of
There's
stress on solid lifters? That cam is not gonna last forever with all that lift.
I
mean, that's why they didn't put it on those things in the first place, is because, you know, the strength of those materials, you're really gonna stress it. You know, there's a difference between race specs and street specs. But it's fun. It's fun.
Dean says if I do what I like outside in a car, I'll get arrested. And then he retracted it after I read it. Do they arrest people down there for screwing around in cars too much? Or do they just write tickets? I don't know what they do in New Zealand. The police write tickets? Do they just take you in, tow your car away? I don't know. Mike Slater, Canada makes some dandy Australian engine and cars. Beyond Kim, you need springs in any rebuild upgrade.
Yeah, Hippie Long, I think springs, they need changed out after a certain number of years and miles. In the Slant 6, I just keep reusing the factory springs or whatever's there, but they're probably garbage. Yeah, I know. You're right. See, rebuilding, it's expensive. First, you need First you want to put a new cam in, but now you need new springs and gotta cut down and new guides and then bigger valves and fancier cylinder heads, and before you know it, you're into it for $2,500. And it's like that's not much money, but it's a lot of money. Like if I had that much money, there's other things I have to do with it. I got to be responsible. I'm gonna be an adult.
What's Tao say there?
I've got to save money for my
I missed
retirement.
something.
What
Tao
did you
said-
miss?
Oh, old Chrysler Australia building, built 1921 as T. J. Richards
see it up there? It
Bodybuilders.
says Chrysler up there.
That's the Chrysler building that,
That's cool.
yeah, from a long time ago. Okay, Buddy Carfano sent this in. This is 1970.
Oh, he's already got the heads ready.
1970 from Buddy Carfano. That's when the Dodge trucks were beefy trucks. I think the metal is twice as thick on those as the new ones.
They're kind of heavy, but it's for good reason. Vintage says his dad runs a much stouter solid cam in his Mustang, and I think doesn't Mopar have bigger lifters? It's bigger than Chevy. I don't know what Ford runs, but so you can run some pretty. Chrysler was very conservative with their cam profiles. I understand. You can run a lot more.
Then Gearhead just sent this in.
BR Racing says they used to make solid flat tappet lifter cam profiles up to 0.75-inch lift for most popular engines. Wow. But how long did they last? I mean, did they hold up? Or was that like just that have to be just like raw racing? That could not be for street use. Could it? Could it? I don't know, maybe. See, I don't know everything. I'll admit, I don't know everything. I have opinions. I have absorbed as much information, but practical application is different. I've never done any racing. I have tinkered on stuff, but, you know. Oh, Dean, that isn't very much. That's only just a few percent bigger. 845 to 903. Okay. Welcome in, Olive. Looks like a Dodge to me. Sure does. Looks like a Cuda.
This is another one from Mexican Spec.
They held up because it was 100% USA. Well, yeah. Having a reputable machine shop that really knows what they're doing and has accountability for their product matters. And that's what you get when you buy from a US manufacturer. They care. You know, their name is on it and their reputation is staked on it. They're absolutely going to give you, they're not going to sell it unless they can, or if it's not, they're going to tell you. Like, this won't hold up. You better be aware that it's only going to last a season. They'll say stuff like that about like springs or other parts that they're like, this is a wear item, not. Anyways.
This is another car, 70 Mustang from Mexican Spec.
Nice.
Guess he has a customer that wants a 70.
That's what he was saying.
And yeah, so he had several of them here he's showing. Yeah, there you go. That's a good picture. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit.
Below 470 lift, a damper spring is all that's needed. And it will last. Okay. See, I'm not right. I'm asking because I don't know, and I have like a perception about things, but I don't know. Dad's Mustang has a 513 lift with 245 duration. See, if you get more duration, you have to have the more duration to lift that high with a reasonable ramp rate, is my understanding. Like, the higher the lift, you have to have more room to ramp up the cam. Like, you can only go up so quick. And then the higher the duration, the more overlap you're going to get. And then
Depends on what the lobe separation angle.
But you can only spread it so wide before it gets weird. And then
but when it's close, it sounds
you're
cool.
gonna lose it's gonna move your torque range or your horsepower up to the higher RPM ranges. So like, if the gearing in your car is not matched to that type of design, then now you have to change your transmission or your rear end or your tire size. And, a lot of things change. It's all connected to get the most out of it. So you got to know what you're doing when you start doing. You can't just slam a cam in and all of a sudden have a high performance car unless you're just really damn lucky. Got to know what you're doing. Longer duration clears the chamber better. Absolutely, Hippie Long, but there's side effects. If there was no downside, they would have done it from the factory, And like now, what they're doing is the variable cam ratings, where they have two cams. They have an intake cam and an exhaust cam, and then it has a thing where it changes it in relation to the timing chain, so they can advance the cams or de-advance the cams depending on what you're doing, the demand for power. And that's how they're getting more. But that complexity, there's inherent risk of failure when you add that extra complexity, and there's an inherent cost when you add that complexity. I got to tell you, I look at these cars, and the cars that I'm talking about, they're still like 20 years old, right? I start looking at that complexity, like the 300Z, it has all these cams and all these, and I'm just like, you got to have a computer to operate all that stuff and keep it all in sync. And it's like, there's this big bundle of wires, and if one thing goes wrong, the whole thing starts going out of whack, and you'll throw a rod if you run a cylinder too lean or get the VVT, variable valve timing. It's like,
Look at Vintage says,
just want to have fun. I don't want to be.
Scamp has 509 lift, 248 duration, and 108 LSA. Yeah, that's going to be, that 108 LSA is going to sound good.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I want to have fun. The VVT makes the foreign cars smoke the big American cars. Just have to keep oil super clean. Absolutely. When you do all the things and it's all running right, it's amazing. But I'm not a factory. I'm not even a licensed or well-educated mechanic. I'm just some fix-it girl in a garage.
A fix-it girl.
I want a car that I can maintain and make run good myself.
You know who we're missing tonight is Mo Parquet. Fix-it girl. Yeah.
Doesn't she usually have like a class or something?
Maybe that's it. Yeah, on Tuesday nights.
Sometimes she stops in late.
Yep, I forgot about that. Yeah, Vintage got a Granger ad. Hippie Long got an O'Reilly ad.
Oh, well, thank you everyone for telling us about the people who are
Mexican Spec got an ad there. I don't know how to pronounce that. This
7,000 bits per second ain't free. And I sure as heck ain't paying for it. Yeah, so thank you to our advertisers for sponsoring us through their advertising. I'm sorry you guys get interrupted by the ads, but thank you for telling us about them, and you get 2 points for the ads that you got this ad break. And we try and keep it to a minimum. I know when I'm out in the shop and I see it saying it's going to do an ad break, I click skip away. I'm just like, no. They want to be, people want to be entertained, but you got to do it. Olive got rough trail truck bed covers. We haven't looked at any, we're looking at all muscle cars tonight. I haven't seen any trucks, no big rigs.
I just showed 3 trucks. You weren't paying attention.
What kind of trucks?
Okay, I'll go back.
Did I really not see any of the trucks?
I'll go back and get them.
Are you talking about the Valiant things?
No.
Okay.
You were talking. You didn't even see them.
I'm talking too much on the live stream where we talk.
No, you missed them all.
You're zipping through the pictures, and
here they are. And I know you saw one of them because you commented on the Dodge pickup. I said, yeah, that's got some metal. It's about twice as thick.
Oh, you did show a truck. Wow, I'm
oblivious. And then I showed. Here, I got to pull it up again.
I was distracted.
And then Buddy Carfano sent this one in.
Wow.
And then.
You did. You showed the truck. You don't have to show them again. Buddy sent trucks. That's right.
The Ford truck. Did you see
What
the Ford
about
truck?
foreign cars? Do we have any foreign cars? A lot of
Foreign cars?
American.
Well, yeah, Australian cars are foreign cars.
I like me a '70 Ford.
And I showed that one. So you said you did right after I showed him. You said I didn't show any trucks because you were not thinking about the trucks I
I
was
was in
showing.
La La Land. I was staring at the chat.
And there's
I was
more.
trying to make a connection
Actually,
with our viewers.
Buddy Carafano's in so much stuff that I have not showed it all, and I'm sorry because I got carried away with other stuff. But look at this. This is something I remember from 1970, except not with the wheels, but I remember big Buick convertibles like that. Mexican spec says no foreign cars. Well, all the Mexican cars are foreign cars, unless you're in Mexico. Then they're not. Uh,
Vintage is going to make a short about all my projects that starts with his 67 F250. Are you going to make one short for each? That'd be good.
oh, here's one I was talking about earlier. I was telling Kim, she goes, is there any car you wouldn't really like? And I said, I don't know, like maybe a big Lincoln or something. And then I said, but the Mark III was really a nice car. And here we go.
There it is.
Buddy Carafano sent that in. Mark III Lincoln, 1970. That's that's a big, heavy hot rod, is what it is.
I mean, so that's not my favorite styling of a car, but
Oh,
if
but
you
those-
wanted a big luxury highway cruiser, it's a
But
hell of
those-
a nice car.
Those were like a 4-seat cool car. You could probably cram 6 people in it, but it's a coupe. It's a giant coupe. I remember driving those things. I had customers set up, so I'd drive them. They're kind of a hot rod. For a big car, they go pretty good.
Mike says he likes listening to Jamie and Dead Dodge Garage and Just Mopar Joe. They are great young guns in our Mopar world. Absolutely.
Well,
They
I
are
just-
selling it.
I just watched something.
They make it look fun, exciting,
Just Mopar
and
Joe
super cool. And yeah, they've got all the energy to run around and chase down parts and do revivals on cars. And Jamie works with Rocket Restoration, so he's got like all these old cars, just like a never-ending parade of old cars coming through his channel. It's amazing.
Mexican spec
Amazing.
says 70 Continental was a beautiful car. Yeah, it probably was. But Kim was asking me, is there any 1970 car I really wouldn't want to have? And I said, no, the big Lincoln's probably not. It's just not my style of car because it's huge,
But
And then
if you wanted a huge
said,
car, the
but then I-
71 is a good one.
But then I said, the 70 Mark III would be the exception because I really like those, for a big, heavy car. And that was pretty nice.
But he says his Uncle Frank had that same Lincoln.
Oh, God. Buddy Carafano, you sent one in. Everybody's going to get upset over this. Should I show it? Should I
Yes.
show it?
Yeah,
I should
just what
show
you
it.
need to do is
Just-
upset
okay,
everybody.
but then you gotta rearrange it so it shows better, Kim.
Oh! You know what? That's definitely AI. You know how you can tell?
Because they never did it.
No, look at the pillar on the driver's side. Look at the rear window.
Yeah.
You can see it through the windshield.
Oh, on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, the left side of the car is a 2-door and the right side is a 4-door. It's a 3-door Mustang. Yeah, that was.
Get that off our screen.
I knew people would get upset over that. Buddy Carafano sent that, and you can thank Buddy for that. It is kind of odd looking, isn't it?
Tanner says Jamie is something and he's planning to buy his 73 Scamp. Okay. Good luck.
Yeah,
That's-
Jamie's doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. He's so far away. It was so cool that he was able to make it out here
Yeah.
with his project,
And I think he'll do it again next year.
which is impressive to me because I just.
Drives all the way from Washington State. Well, the first year I drove out from Pendleton, Oregon to here and then turned around and went back west again to No Name Nationals, which is about the same distance he drove, but I did it once. I did it that first year. and I really wanted to go, and I'm glad I did because I met you. But now we only have what, a 3.5 hour drive, as long as there's no traffic jams.
Mexican Spec says the best thing about these Mark III is that the headlight doors come down, but also there's another arm that push it out into place. That would be neat to look at, but
Mexican
not fun to fix.
Mexican Spec always knows how the hidden headlights works because he likes them, and I understand that.
My 300 has not really hidden headlights, but it has the flip up headlights. It's an 85.
And then, Kim, can you? For some reason, this whole thing is shifted up.
Well, I had to shift it
Yeah,
up.
I have
so
to
we could
shift it up
see
for that last one. I know. So this is one that Tanner just sent in.
Very nice. Got roll bar. Must be tubbed. Maybe inboard springs. They got the wheels cut out. I hate to see that you have to cut the wheels out on old Mopars. I wish they would have done something different on this.
Yeah, but I think it looks good. You
It
could,
does.
if
It
you
does.
could, do the body work and put a nice little lip around there, and it would look really good. And it would look right.
No, it doesn't look right on those cars.
You don't think so?
I've
I think
seen it
it
done
looks
like
all right.
one time, a long time ago, and the body lines don't really allow for it. It looks weird. It's just like, I think an old Mopar, like that's where I am. I've got the widest tires I can fit underneath on my 66 without rubbing in or out or making any changes. And I think if I was gonna go any wider, I would go inward, which obviously costs more.
Why cut the wheel well if it's tubbed? Because I like the wheels right out the edge of the car, and when they're tubbed, sometimes they're in too far, and I don't know, it looks funny. Vintage, I live in Central California. You want a car? Get it here, not Washington. Yeah, California's a good place to get cars, and Arizona's a good place to get cars. In California, I used to like them a lot because I could go into California, and you don't need a notary to sign the title. So even on like a Saturday or Sunday or something, you can buy a car, and they just make sure you really getting it from the person that's signing it, and it's easy to deal with. And bringing cars into other states, like here is easy, Arizona is easy. I don't know, some states are easier to bring cars in from other states, some aren't. But here was always easy. So was Arizona.
B&R Racing asks me, guess how fast the Rail Dragster Jumpin' Jack Flash ran in the quarter mile after Two Hacks Jeff sold it to the new owner.
Oh, I don't know anything. I know he sold it. That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the sale. B&R Racing said it's 2 seconds faster than we both predicted. Wow, it sounds like the new owner got it sorted out really good. I don't even have a guess. I don't remember seeing what speed they were getting. I know last I saw, they were having a hard time getting it to go straight down the track when they were really early in the sorting it out phase. So I don't know. I don't know anything about rail dragsters or anything like that, but it was interesting to see. It's not something that really excites me though. I don't know why. I like regular cars. That's just like a motor with wheels. It's like, whoa. They did a 4-wheel drive version in Europe. Wow.
4-wheel drive or
4-door and a 4-wheel drive.
I didn't know it was a 4-wheel drive.
Vintage says I found out a 275 would fit stock.
What is this?
Stock wheel well with the right wheel back spacing. Yeah, I think I might have a 265. And it's tight, but you might be able to go bigger. So yeah. Yeah, the right tire profile. You give them a lot of tire, but I guess, I don't know, for slant 6, it's more than enough tire.
High 8s, quarter mile on gasoline.
High 8s in a quarter mile is fast.
I don't know.
Yikes!
I don't know if well they
strapped to a motor with those little bitty tires on the front.
They got it so they're not pulling the front wheels, and so it's going straight and everything.
Yikes!
Buddy Carfano sent another one. This is a Fox body. That really does look strange. Looks like a Fairmont stretched into a Mustang or something. That's really strange looking.
Yes.
But
Yes,
that's not a 1970, but I showed it because he sent it. Mike Slater says, I lived outside LA in Bell Gardens back in the day. Biff. Probably means Buff. Biff. And I what is this stray bullet? It says something about, I suspect they're supposed to be bringing out Corvette SUV 2, 4 doors. What the hell? Will it be electric? Oh, man. Strange. I do like the looks of that, though, Kim. That doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, I didn't say I don't like the
That would
looks
be
of it.
really cool to see the drag strip, you know?
Yeah. I'd put regular tires and drive that around. That's cool. That's the rear end that's on the 72 as well. And that was my first Mopar, was a 72 Dodge Dart Swinger, and I loved that car. I have very fond memories of that car, and I wish that I had been able to enjoy it longer. And
Yeah,
I think it's the only car I would trade my 66 for would be like a 72.
Yeah, Dean Stevenson's in here with about 4 or 5 names. He's having fun with that. Okay, let's see. We've been here almost 2 hours. I think we ought to bring up what we're going to do next week. What are we going to do next week?
Yeah, Mexican spec doesn't like the cutouts either.
Well, I think on a drag car that would be
On
fine.
a drag car, I think it's probably
It'd be fine.
appropriate.
It's fine. Yeah, just to drive on the street or to look normal. It doesn't look normal. But
It looks cut out.
so anybody have any ideas for next week? God, 1970 turned out to be a good subject.
Yeah, everybody likes 19. We need to get some low gears for Kim's 318 build. An 8 1/4 355 would work with a shore grip. Hey, Mike. Just coincidentally, my Dodge Dakota has an 8 1/4 with 355 rear end gear. Funny how that is. And a shore grip carrier, it's not that hard to get off of eBay. They're actually readily available. It's almost as if I know how to buy old junk cars, specifically for one part. I buy whole cars for a part like a rear end. But yeah, the Dakota would be a really. I haven't decided if I have not committed to putting the 318 because I also have that 360 Magnum, which would make more power. But one of them's going in that Dakota, and it'll be a burnout vehicle pretty much, I guess. So we'll see.
Okay, so we have here a couple of things.
390 shore grip is so much fun. I had 373s in my Dodge Aspen. It was terrible on the highway. I put the tallest snow tires I could get on the highway, and then I got the track up with the shortest tires I could get. And man, it was fun. It was really fun having a quick set of gears like that.
Luis says tomorrow he's going to Walmart. I don't know what he's doing in Walmart. And then he says,
Buy some walls.
He says 1960. And then Buddy Carafano says 1960. Man.
Oh, when we get a second, that's pretty much it. It looks like we're going 1960.
I like 1960. I don't know how it's going to be compared to 1970 in the chat, but I do like 1960 a lot. Because there's a lot of cars I like from 1960.
Main Street Mopar is here. Welcome to the stream. We've decided that next week is 1960, not the decade, the year. So try and stay to very late 59 or very early 61. And we'd love to see your rides if you have making progress on your project, or your house or your cat or your dog.
And Vintage says, sure, 1960, okay.
Send us all that stuff too, because we always want to see that. But just to keep the picture show going. So how much of the emails have you been through tonight?
I got through it. Well, I
You went
think,
through most of it?
yeah, I think there's,
okay.
you know,
That's pretty good. We didn't get
Buddy Carfano sent in a lot, and I didn't get to all of his, but I can pop them up here in a hurry. And then I just saw something else that, B&R Racing said something. Mexican Spec, Studebaker made neat pickups. They did. If I could have any pickup, and Studebaker meet near the top of the list, but they're expensive now. The good ones, it's just like anything old. If it's old and junk, it's not so expensive. If it's old and good, you're gonna pay for it, you know.
Yeah. I ordered from Amazon. I ordered a little kitchen scale so that I can weigh my pistons and rods before and after to get an idea what kind of progress I'm making.
I've got that. No, mine's a spring scale. But
yeah, no, that's not good enough for...
So you're going to be able to, because you were looking at the rods and say there's some weight on there you can take off. So are you going to weigh like each end and balance them?
No.
No? That's what those are, balance weights.
Why do you balance them? I don't understand.
Well, you do.
Why do you have to balance them? Don't explain it to me now. That's probably too much for a chat. I gotta go read another Vizard thing, probably.
Okay, so.
Mexican Spec reminds, if your handle isn't similar to your channel name.
Oh, yes, handles.
You would be best to go in and try and change it. Update it to something that makes more sense. Because it seems like YouTube is trying to say that they're going to continue to give handles or channel names instead of handles. They're doing away with handles.
No.
That's what they say.
No.
It works some... No.
It's the other way around.
Other way around. Okay.
We got handles right now, which is the @ sign. Some channels got it, some didn't, but they're going to roll it out to everybody.
That's what they're saying.
We're kind of stuck with it. So, like mine, I'm going to put up...
Somebody says somewhere, what does he say? Mike says,
"Oh,
great year for the dart swinger, but they are all great, Kim. My 66 Valiant on our YouTube at the Slater stuff. Oh, guys, check out Mike's channel. I didn't know. I don't know if I'm subscribed to Mike's channel. So yeah,
well, maybe
Mike's
Mexican Spec can put up a link to that. Can you scroll down, Kim? Because I just put something up and then you went away.
I don't think I can put. No scrolling. Okay.
Okay. See where I put sample? Okay, my handle is Buff Del Campo, all lowercase, and it looks stupid. So you can every 2 weeks you're allowed to change your handle. So I went in there and changed it so it's capital letters, so it's Buff Del Campo. Some people got a bunch of numbers because there's more than one, like B&R Racing apparently. But he could change that to like some capitals or get rid of the 7861 and put something else. He probably can't just get rid of it, but he could probably put something like, I don't know where he is, I don't know where you are. You could put the last letters of your state or something so it like Mean Street Mopar could make it so it's capital, so Mean
or the year
Street
of your
Mopar.
car or
something like that. But some of them are really terrible. Look at Luis. Luis is really long. You might be able to fix that up a little bit. Vintage he changed his with the capital letters, and that's pretty cool. So,
all right. I think so. They get the point.
Anyway, Mexican Spec I think was going to put up a link where you can go or explain how to go change that, and it's pretty easy to do. I did it.
BR says David Vizard has a good thing on making a rod balancing thing. I guess I'll have to look at how that works. I have a video from 2025 with 2Hacks Garage Jeff at his house checking my 70 TA rods on Jeff's channel to watch also. Okay, I will look for that as well. Yeah, I'm ingesting this information so that I can, with some idea, because I'm not an engine builder. I don't have anybody here to check my work either. I kind of have to publicly show people what I'm doing so people can call me out on my dumb mistakes. But if that's how I got to learn, that's how I got to learn. Try and be gentle. And I'll try to remember that I don't know what I'm doing, even though I always think I know what I'm doing. That's the worst, when you don't know what you don't know and you think you're doing it right and you mess something up. BNR Racing says you need to build a fixture to check the small end and big end connecting rod weights. I don't understand why they have to be weighted. But okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
So
I just thought lighter was better. So now I got stuff to learn.
So this is the last picture from Tanner sent that in.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
And he says, it just says cat.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
It says cat.
Ah, they're all orange cat. He has the cutest cats. Don't watch his channel because you'll be so enamored by his cats.
I like cats. They're pretty cool animals. So, the Slater stuff. Okay, thank you.
I get the point. It's easy, but you need to understand the theory. Yeah,
that's
I don't
right.
know the theory.
Mike Slater's in Arkansas, Northeast. Yeah, you could put Mike Slater, Arkansas, or Mike Slater. What's near there? Where's those races I always like in Northeast Arkansas? I can't think of the name of that. There's a place there where they have the land speed. Yeah, the land speed record city up there. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's just a suggestion. The handles to me were. It's sometimes people come in here and it's somebody I know, but I don't recognize them because their handle isn't anything like their channel name was. So I don't know. So anyway, we're 2 hours into it. Doing 1960 next week. Oh, Buddy Carfano says, how about the rest of my pictures? Okay, let's roll down there. Let's see. You sent in a lot of pictures.
I'll go through. To race through it. We're just hitting 2 hours now. So
I'll go through them.
We could take a few more minutes. Hey, we're going to go for a few more minutes. So if you guys want to stick around,
okay,
we don't have to end right now.
There's
Tanner's only at 1,000 subscribers? I thought you were doing better than that.
Well,
your videos are
he's
fun.
New.
Well, your videos are fun. You're going to do great. Stick with it. Just keep making, like you said you were going to make some shorts about your video. That is excellent. You'll get subscribers on them because they're cool cars.
If you could zoom in on this a little bit, Kim.
And you're a likable guy, and you got good energy. And that's the wrong.
You zoomed in on us.
Boom. Okay.
Yeah, okay, there we go. 70 Cadillac. I had neighbors that bought one, same color as that. They were down the street from us, and they bought one of those.
That's a heck of a cool summer cruise.
This is a big car too. Okay.
I wouldn't want to have a car like that in the winter time though.
There's a 70 GTO. And then
muscle. That's awesome. Granddad's Junk only got 63 subs. Granddad's Junk, are you making videos?
Are you doing videos?
Because if you are, we'll plug your channel and let's get them up there, bump them up.
Yeah, let's get that.
Watch everything he's ever done. Make some comments.
Looks like I'm coming in at the end. Oh man, yeah. And you know what, JB? We started off with your pictures because Kim really likes all those pictures of the cars on the auto racks and
we didn't finish yet.
And the in the factories and all that.
Ones and
so we started off. Ones. We started off with all your pictures.
I tell him to wait, but he never does.
Oh, geez. I just try to do all the pictures, and then Buddy Carfon, I missed. I
like the yellow, but the back end of that car looks a little bloated. Doesn't the trunk part of that car look a little bit?
It's the Buick version of the Chevelle.
It doesn't look as streamlined as I like.
And then, of course, that's good. 1970 Z28. I always think the first year of the new body style is always good. So that's the first year, the second gen Camaro. I think that's great looking. Man, I like those. And that split bumper I really like. And then, oops, what's this? This is a link to a link. Oh, here we go. This might be too
Racing
big.
Says he found a nice, clean main frame to repair the 1997 C2500 454 pickup of mine. And he put a deposit down in Iowa. Oh, I'm glad to hear, because you wouldn't want to give up a C2500 with a 454. So that's a big job swapping out frames, but glad to hear that that's going forward for you.
And that one's a little bit small, but
It's a lot of work.
Sorry about that, buddy Carfano. You sent me a lot of pictures, and
you don't have to race through them.
I just didn't get to them all. I'm sorry, but now I got to them all, and that is a good car. Man, I like those. I like the bright green one.
That grill,
but I like that one too. That? Oh yeah, I like the 70.
That's a premium.
The 70 Challenger
memory there.
70 Challenger, I think, was the best of the Challengers.
Except, you know, the one thing about that build that would really irk some Mopar people really bad.
What? Oh, the traction bars.
The slapper bars.
Yeah, because they're not that.
Slapper bars in a Mopar is just silliness.
That's silliness. Yep.
Yep. Just.
And if you want to know why, you can watch UTG.
We'll tell you why slapper bars are stupid.
The springs are different length in the front than the back, and they have a snubber on the pumpkin, and it's just, that doesn't really do anything for you.
That's a great color, yeah.
Like Slater says, that's the color of my 66 Valiant sedan, except the top is white. You know, racing.
I even like the vinyl top on that car with the black stripe. It looks good. The gray stripe, or is that's black? It's just the light, but a gray stripe on the hood would look really good. I see it's black, but it would look really good in gray. Just amazing car right there. Yes, Luis. Yes, it is.
Vintage says, I want to put slapper bars on my Scamp just to bug people. Don't do that.
I mean, you can.
Just wait.
So, I mean, you could. Put like aluminum ones on there so they don't add any weight. They just look stupid. Jeez. Get real big ones so they stick way out.
What is this? BNR says, it's the one that got wrecked on me, Kim, back in June when a lady ran a red stoplight.
Oh, it got wrecked. Oh, geez. That's the wrecked one. It's not rust or anything like that. Ooh, so did you get insurance to help you pay for that repair?
Mike Slater says he loves the split bumpers. Yeah, I'm going to try to go back to that. Where are those? Where is the split bumpers? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I don't know where it is. Heck, I don't. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I like those a lot. And then they also have the little lights next to the headlights instead of down below. I think that looks really good. Really like 70 like that. Yeah, all of balsa wood. Yeah, they'd be light. They'd probably break. There'd be this much pressure on they'd snap. A good show. Got so much power, I broke my slapper bars. Okay.
Put them on with zip ties.
Gonna thank everybody for being here. You ready to?
Oh, he wants to be done tonight, guys.
I know what happens when I keep going.
You get tired.
No.
Bum gets numb.
You tell me about it afterwards. How you were tired and I kept talking.
$100K for paint? Is that what they're paying for a car like that to get painted? That's full restoration. That's not just paint, right?
It's like everything off the body. Prep the whole thing. Paint the floors. Paint everything. Put it all back together.
See, now they're leaving. You can't say you're going to be done and then not be done. Or
yep. We got to go.
All right, you guys, you've made it to the end. Thank you for being here. Everyone who has liked, shared, commented, made donations and stuff like the stream this week, we appreciate you. I am awarding everyone 4 points for making it to the end, even if you are watching at home and you have not been able to comment. So you all get that bonus. Are we going to go out with the kitty?
We're going to go out with the kitty. Yeah, there we go.
Aw, that kitty.
Tavo says we done already?
We are done,
It's
Tavo.
been 2 hours and 9 minutes.
We'll be back on Thursday night.
Thursday
We'll be
night.
in the shop. I think we're going to be putting taillights in his car, and I'll
19
be working on the 318.
1960, JB.
1960 next week. So get some pictures in to buffdelcampo@gmail.com. And yeah, and watch. Is Slant Daily Garage? Will they have the tech thing tomorrow night, or
Don't
are
know.
they still just doing Six Smokies?
I don't
They
know.
might be recovering from Six Smokies.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Oh, look,
coming
it
next.
just showed up, Moparquet.
Mo Parquet.
And she changed her handle. Perfect. So now it says Moparquet
Good job,
again.
Mo Parquet. Kay, we were asking where you were earlier. You were at your class, right? But we appreciate you. You're going to have to rewatch the stream on replay. I'm not keeping us, but we will see you on Thursday night.
To sit at the gas station, have a major panic attack.
Oh no, I'm so
no.
sorry, Kay. Make a short about it. Everybody loves a good panic attack.
Oh, so she's been listening to us.
Okay.
Well, that's
okay.
good.
Well, you get 4 points for being here. Thank you. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Oh, I don't want to hit Kim. I
Blocking
got away with this hand instead of with this one, so I don't smack Kim in the face. So.
Well, the good thing is